Hi, my name is Natalie and I make comics and illustrations, and I live in London. Let's start this video with one particular day in December. So I'm here on my way to a museum called the Drawing Room because I heard about an exhibition. And I saw some public art along the way, including Peppa Pig. And I also spotted this fruit painted on like a utility box or something. But yeah, I can really recommend the Drawing Room gallery. I'm gonna shut up a bit in the exhibition so you can see some of the things I saw. But it was really interesting art, and I love seeing the art of drawing being celebrated.
What colour are your eyes? Here's it. It's worth something.
Hello again. Can you see the moon up there? It's quite faint. I had the opportunity to see the sunset because I caught the wrong train, and then I had time to draw on the train platform waiting for the right one to take me back and then come back and then come out again. But it was fine because I got to see this sunset. Another day and another art market. The Illustrators Fair has been happening every December for years, I think, but I've been going for a few years, and it's a brilliant way to find new creators, new makers and artists, and of course to do some Christmas shopping. I got some Christmas tree ornaments, some cards, and some stickers as well.
I really liked it with the way that people are. It was like an impulse buy. I saw it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that.
So this here is Schrodinger's package. I've ordered some postcards and stickers, and I hope it has worked out, you know, because of spending the money and everything. And I want it to have worked, and I'm afraid, you know, I messed some of it up, you know, the design, the uploading, whatever. And until I open it, okay, I've unwrapped them. Okay, I think it went well. I think it's good. I really like the looking at trees design, because I've been working on this for a while, and I think this is one of my favorite versions of the looking at trees club, you know, vibe. And I've got the 3 colors. I like these. I really like also I've been working on for a while is these like leggy suns with wearing boots, and I'm really pleased with these 2 colors. I'm hoping it's like legible, you know, that people will be able to read it. But I think people can. The lettering on this one is sort of meant to be a bit like older runes or something. But yeah, pleased with those. There's Girl Moss, which is an old design, but I redid the sort of, I like the bubble lettering. It took me a while, I spent a while on this one, trying to figure out the right lettering, and then sort of having it sort of in the wibbly shape of moss sort of was the most effective, I think. So I still like this postcard, although it's the it's one of my earliest like iPad designs, so I was still like figuring out the, you know, how to use Procreate and everything. But I still like this one. I just, you know, designed this as well. I think maybe I could have moved the lines a bit lower. And I did my tree icon. So I put the new postcards and stickers on my website, which always takes longer than expected. And I'm happy to say that I was soon able to pack an order from an art friend, you know, like an Instagram mutual buddy who also makes art. So I was able to package one for her. Previous products on my website have been print on demand, which is convenient, but this is amazing that I have the products with me because I can package them however I like. Walking outside is really important to my mental health and to my routine. I'm not like a really outdoorsy person, but I'm more of an outsidey person. Like I need to get out, but I also enjoy coming back in. And I'm not really, I don't really want to do like a 10-hour hike. I would do a 2-hour walk and a pub lunch. Like, you don't have to spend long in nature to be inspired by it. The other day, I went on like the absolute shortest walk in the woods. Like twice. I think I was in there for 25 minutes before I went to the cafe. That's the nice thing about England is our wilderness is like really not very intense. It's not very scary. There's like basically you're always within a half-hour walk of a cafe or a coffee shop or something. And I was so inspired by the autumn winter colours that I just took a bunch of photo and video and have been working from those. I'm using these watercolour pencils that belong to my grandmother, and they had so many beautiful colours that just instantly reflected the whole winter palette. So the first version on the right, the first sketch, I did directly looking at the photograph, and I just used the watercolour pencils and no other materials. And what I'm doing for the second sketch is I began with the watercolour paints. You can see my little pan there on the desk. I began with that as the first layer. Because you can see that the first sketch has a lot of white space, which can work. But I think I wanted more of a layer to start with. And I'm more comfortable with watercolor paint as opposed to the water soluble pencils. Like I'm either working with the actual paint or with standard pencils. So, but on top of the watercolor layer, you can see that I'm dipping the watercolor pencil in the water to my left, and then applying it, because you can get quite a bold sort of painterly effect. I mean, it's meant to, it's meant to be water. It's meant to turn into a kind of paint, I guess. In the past, when I used watercolour pencils, I would sort of sketch and then apply a water brush. And over time, I found the effect a bit unpredictable or not very, like, useful to me. I felt like I either wanted paint or I wanted pencils. but I'm quite enjoying this effect, dampening the pencil to just give it a bit of, I don't know, just a bit of a bit more intensity than when it's dry. Okay, I'm going to summarize the drink and draw and how it works. There are 3 rounds. There are 3 prompts, and you have 30 minutes for each prompt. And at the end of each prompt, they pick a winner, and the winner gets given, they get to pick a graphic novel to take home, in each round. And, well, and of the 3 rounds, I won. My comics won 2 of the rounds. And someone else on my table won the other round. So our table won all 3 rounds. So it was I won with the Contemporary Witch and the London Zoo. And I won these 2 books. So yeah, so that was a very big night for my artist ego. And I'm not complaining. So thanks for joining along. I'm going to put some links and information here. I'll tell you what, making vlogs is so much easier when you have an iPad, and also when you've moved to a flat which gets natural light. It was so bad in the other place.